6 wild and realistic Giants trade ideas to replace Malik Nabers, including Tyreek Hill. For the first time this season, the New York Giants scored a victory. And not only did they get the W in Week 4, it was an upset over a red-hot Los Angeles Chargers team with Super Bowl potential. However, in the win, they took a huge loss that could severely hamper their chances of competing for a playoff spot. That is what will likely be a season-ending knee injury to star receiver Malik Nabers. Assuming he does need reconstructive surgery, the Giants need to bring in a veteran who can help fill his massive void. Let's look at 5 wild and realistic trade targets before November's NFL trade deadline. Tyreek Hill. NFL fans know that things between Tyreek Hill and the Miami Dolphins are not in a good place. There have been trade rumors surrounding him for months, and the team's 1-3 start is only intensifying the speculation. It just feels like major changes are coming to Miami, barring a shocking turnaround. Moving the expensive future Hall of Famer would be a good financial start for Miami. Since the Giants have a lot of edge depth, swapping Hill for Brian Burns might make financial sense. In the deal, QB Jackson Dart gets another elite target that can actually fill the Nabers. Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard has been an expensive disappointment for the New York Jets. It's why he has been linked to trade rumors for 2 years. With a void in his contract for 2026, he is a bit more of a tradable chip. For the Giants, he gives their young QB a rock-solid end-zone threat. While Lazard doesn't offer much else, he has always been an impact player in the red zone his whole career. That can help Big Blue with Nabers out. Tyler Lockett. The Giants can use some proven veteran receivers in their wide receiver room. That's why former Seattle Seahawks star Tyler Lockett could be an option. Are his best days behind him? Yes. But he can still help, and in New York's offense with Dart, they might be able to squeeze a few more good months out of him. Furthermore, he isn't making much and wouldn't come at a high draft cost. Jakobi Meyers. Las Vegas Raiders receiver Jakobi Meyers asked the team for a trade before the season, and if they continue on a path toward a losing season, the front office might rethink his request. He would be a rental for the rest of the season, which could help drop the draft assets cost. Meyers isn't a Pro Bowl player, but he is pretty close and would be a big improvement to the WR room in the second half. Chris Olave. The New Orleans Saints are headed to another ugly losing season. While the team hoped Chris Olave could be a game-changing long-term star when he was the 11th overall pick in 2022, he has just been a good but not great player when healthy. The front office needs to seriously consider moving some talent and get solid picks in return. A 3rd or 4th rounder could be a worthwhile risk for the Giants that could benefit them this season and in 2026. Olave has a pair of 1,000-plus receiving seasons on his resume. Christian Kirk. If the Giants want to add veteran depth, 8-year veteran Christian Kirk is another potential fit. The Houston Texans are headed toward a bad season, and they could start selling off pieces soon. He has been non-existent for them in 2025 and should be expendable. While he won't fix New York's issues, he can still be another solid weapon for Dart the rest of the season. The New York Giants' season has already taken a cruel turn. Rookie sensation Malik Nabers, the electrifying wideout drafted to finally give Daniel Jones a true WR1, went down with a serious injury that could sideline him for much of the year. For a franchise starving for offensive firepower, this blow is devastating. But in the NFL, standing still isn't an option. General Manager Joe Schoen and head coach Brian Daboll now face a pivotal decision. Double down on the roster they've got, or swing for the fences to replace Nabers with a bold trade. Here are 6 wild yet realistic trade ideas the Giants could explore. From blockbuster names like Tyreek Hill to under-the-radar options that could keep the offense afloat. 1. Tyreek Hill, WR Miami Dolphins. Let's start with the flashiest name, Tyreek Hill. The Dolphins are off to a shaky start, and rumors of a potential reset have been swirling. Hill remains one of the most dangerous players in football, capable of tilting games with a single play. For the Giants, landing Hill would not only replace Nabers, but also transform the offense overnight. Trade idea. Giants send a 2025 first-round pick, a 2026 second-round pick, and WR Darius Slayton to Miami for Hill. It's a steep price, but consider the upside. Jones finally gets a legitimate superstar, Daboll gets a chess piece to unleash, and Giants fans get the kind of offensive fireworks they've been craving for years. 2. T. Higgins, WR, Cincinnati Bengals. Higgins has long been the luxury piece, in Cincinnati's offense. With Ja'Marr Chase entrenched as WR1 and Joe Burrow's mega deal signed, the Bengals have shown reluctance to commit big money to Higgins. The Giants could swoop in and offer him the spotlight. At 6 feet 4 inches, Higgins is the type of big-bodied receiver who complements New York's system perfectly. He doesn't have Nabers' explosiveness, but his consistency and red zone prowess could stabilize the passing attack. Trade idea: Giants send a 2025 second-round pick and a conditional 2026 third-rounder to Cincinnati for Higgins. This is more affordable than a Hill deal, yet still gives Jones a true WR1 caliber talent. 3. Brandon Ayuk, WR, San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers have been flirting with contract issues regarding Ayuk all offseason. While Kyle Shanahan loves his production, San Francisco already has Deebo Samuel and a loaded roster demanding big money deals. Enter the Giants. Ayuk is young, dynamic, and one of the league's best route runners. He wouldn't just be a stopgap for Nabers. He could be a long-term fixture alongside him once the rookie returns. Trade idea: Giants send their 2025 first-round pick to San Francisco for Ayuk. It's risky, but Schoen would essentially be saying, "Our rebuild is over, we're going for it." 4. Jerry Jeudy, WR, Cleveland Browns. Jeudy has all the talent in the world, but has struggled with consistency and fit. After being traded to Cleveland, he hasn't exactly exploded in their system, leaving the door cracked open for another move. The Giants could be the perfect landing spot. With Dable's offensive creativity and the opportunity to be the number 1 option, Jeudy could finally realize his first-round potential. Trade idea: Giants send a 2025 third-round pick to Cleveland for Jeudy. This is one of the more realistic moves financially and strategically. The Giants wouldn't mortgage their future, but they'd give Jones a chance with a playmaker who still has untapped upside. 5. Mike Evans, WR, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Evans has been the definition of reliability. 9 straight 1,000-yard seasons. But the Buccaneers are at a crossroads, balancing between competing and retooling. If Tampa Bay decides to look ahead, Evans could become available. For the Giants, Evans offers size, experience, and the kind of catch radius that helps quarterbacks sleep at night. He wouldn't replicate Nabers' explosiveness, but he would give New York a steady presence and veteran leadership. Trade idea: Giants send a 2025 second-round pick to Tampa Bay for Evans. This move screams short-term patch, but in a wide-open NFC, Evans could be enough to keep the Giants in the playoff race.